Hey everyone, Wes here from the Fandom Power Podcast. Welcome to another episode of the Weapons of Star Wars, where we take a brief look at a screen-used prop weapon and then compare it to its real-world counterpart. In this video, we'll be looking at a blaster that debuted in the 2003 animated Clone Wars. The Blastech DC-17 Hand Blaster. The DC-17 is another case of a blaster that made its debut in animation and has since made the leap to live action. At least, sort of. But we'll get to that. Back in November 2003, the Star Wars landscape looked very different than it does today. Attack of the Clones was 18 months in the rearview mirror, and Revenge of the Sith was still a nerve-wracking 18 months out. Nevertheless, Star Wars fever was rampant once again, and fans clamored for more. And more we would get when a certain cartoon samurai changed everything. Samurai Jack creator Genndy Tartakovsky was tapped to create a series of Star Wars shorts set between the events of Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. The resulting Star Wars The Clone Wars shorts ran between November 2003 and March 2005 on the Cartoon Network in America and on Teletoon in Canada. In that series, fans got their first and arguably best depiction of the Republic Advanced Recon Commando. In Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, ARC troopers still wore the Phase 1 clone armor first introduced in Attack of the Clones, albeit with the addition of the now familiar rangefinder, shoulder pauldrons, and comma belt skirt. But perhaps the biggest difference between the rank-and-file trooper and an ARC trooper was their weapons loadout. While the regular units of the Grand Army of the Republic usually carried one of three DC-17 rifle variants, the ARC troopers had access to a much wider array of specialized weapons. But the standard issue for an ARC trooper was a pair of DC-17 hand blasters. But not these DC-17s. These DC-17s. Yeah, the DC-17 originally appeared as a long-barreled pistol that had virtually nothing in common with the canonical version. Then after 3 short seasons, Tartakovsky's Clone Wars came to an end, and the DC-17 wouldn't be seen again until Revenge of the Sith. But by then, it had undergone a major redesign. Not that many noticed, because in that film, we only ever see it holstered. Now, it's unclear if the redesign was an intentional retcon, or if it was meant to be an entirely new pistol. But by the time we got to the Dave Filoni-led Clone Wars in 2008, the new design retained the DC-17 designation. And it was in that series that the more recognizable design became synonymous with ARC troopers, particularly Captain Rex. The Blastech DC-17 was an advanced heavy blaster pistol with exceptional accuracy and a high-capacity shot count. These two qualities made it an unusually decent sustained fire weapon, a role typically more suited to rifles and repeating blasters. Remarkably, the DC-17 fired a bolt that was actually heavier than its larger carbine cousins. Its blue plasma bolts were hyper-ionized, making them especially effective against droids, while still maintaining full lethality against organics. In all of its forms, including live action, the DC-17 has yet to make an appearance as an actual physical prop, because even in Revenge of the Sith, all of the clones are CGI. But that doesn't mean that animators weren't looking to real-world weapons for inspiration, and that is no more apparent than it is in the animation model for the DC-17 in Star Wars Battlefront 2. In Battlefront 2, the blaster appears to be at least partially based on the Magnum Research Desert Eagle. The DC-17 basically shares the Desert Eagle's entire lower receiver, but is fitted with a custom slide and a few extra greeblies like a knurled thumbscrew and what appears to be some kind of iron sight mounted to the underside of the receiver. the DC-17 might just be my favorite blaster in all of Star Wars. There's something about its compact design that, by all rights, shouldn't work as both a heavy hitter and a highly accurate blaster, but it does. And maybe that's because there's a certain romantic quality that goes with the tragic story of the clones. No matter how you look at it, the DC-17 is just begging for a proper live-action appearance. When you consider the relationship between fan-favorite characters Ahsoka Tano and Commander Rex, there's every chance we might just see it in the upcoming Ahsoka live-action series coming to Disney Plus in late 2023 or early 2024. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more awesome Star Wars content. And don't forget to check out our Weapons of Star Wars playlist for more videos just like this one.